I haven't been around. I've been having a lot of technical difficulties. So I'm going to give this a shot. I had episodes recorded. I don't know what the hell happened, but they're gone. So I'm just going to wing it. I don't have notes. I'm just going to talk about a few things that I've been thinking about, and we'll end it at that. Let's see, where can I start? The stimmies. Uncle Joe signed the legislation to put our country in further deep debt. So the stimmies came out. I got my stimmy. I hope you got yours. But honestly, what's it going to do? And how are we going to pay it back? Because you know we're going to have to pay it back, right? It's not going to help this country at all with another 1.9, my volume's fucked up, $1 trillion in debt. But we're going to see what happens. I also don't understand, maybe somebody can help me, what's going on with all of this, cancel shit, cancel that. We all know about the potato. We all know about Dr. Seuss. Now, Pepe Le Pew is the latest victim, okay? Pepe Le Pew was on TV, 30 years ago? Who in the last, say, 10 years, even heard of Pepe Le Pew? Has anybody Googled it and said, I wonder where Pepe Le Pew has been? Let's look for the cartoons? No, but somebody saw it somewhere and decided they were offended by the skunk because he was a little aggressive. I read something where a skunk. Okay, now, pay attention. It's a fucking skunk. Cartoon skunk. Was a little aggressive. He was playing a bartender, flirting with someone, and apparently someone got offended by that, which is friggin' hilarious. But whatever companies own these cartoons or shows, they caved. They're taking it down. How about if you want to let your kids watch it, let them. And if you don't. But we're going to put a viewer warning on it if you think that it's offensive. Okay? Because it's getting to where we have to, if the government or some fucking group decides to band together because they don't like something, it's automatically gone. They don't care if I liked it, if you liked it, if 1 million other people liked it. They don't care. It's gone. So how you find a skunk offensive and Dr. Seuss racial, I don't remember the books. It's been 100 years. But why? I'm not understanding why. Now I heard a story that someone was reading a book to their child. It was a book about a ladybug. So the author in the story said the ladybug crawled into, say, a hole in a wall or a cabinet. And the dad said to the child, let's go see if we can find him. Now, wait a minute. The story's about a ladybug, but he said, let's go see if we can find him. Is that offensive? Is that going to cause an uproar? I don't know the name of the book. It's something about ladybugs. But think about it. It's a ladybug. The guy's saying him. Or is he just being politically correct? He wants his child to know, even though it's a ladybug, it could be a he, him, or a she, her, or whatever pronouns they want to use. That's how fucked up this shit is lately. Okay? It's it's all government backed as far as I'm concerned because the politicians cave to the company executives because quite frankly, it's money in somebody's pocket. All right? It's money in somebody's pocket. They want to ban anything and everything with a title, Mr. or Mrs. Pretty soon, I'm not Mr. anymore. Who am I? My wife's not Mrs. anymore. Who is she? What what's going to happen with that? Are we going to have to change? So if we write something or if you're getting an invitation, you just throw the names on there. You don't put Mr. and Mrs. because as it's traveling through the mail, somebody might get offended by it. Well, I don't know. I don't know what the hell is going on, but it's not good. Okay, it's not good now. Speaking of the Mister, it made me think of something. Well, what about Mr. Coffee? What are we going to call Mr. Coffee? Just coffee? Or the coffee pot? Or the intersex coffee pot? Or the non binary coffee pot? I've talked about this before, and I don't give two shits what you want to call yourself, what you want to identify as. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You can identify as a giraffe, a kitten, a deer, a bear, a fucking moose. I don't care. My point being that everything out there now with a title or a name that has something to do with a male or female gender is going to offend somebody. Somebody's going to get offended. Somebody's going to complain, and it's going to change it. What? Where are we going with this? Because the majority of these people complaining are young kids, 20s, maybe early 30s. I say that's a kid. And then there's younger ones, the late teens, early 20s. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. They're trying to tell somebody my age that I can't say this, or that. What the fuck? How about everybody just say what you want to say? And if you're offended by it, just shut up. Don't, just let it go. But you can't because they're whiners. Now, I made a TikTok, okay? And the comments I got, and I don't respond to the comments. I kind of make some of these TikToks just to see the comments because I know people are going to go off. I had a photo of Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion doing their WAP song on the Grammys, okay? So I had that photo, and I had photos of two books, Dr. Seuss books. And I wrote, why is this okay, the WAP thing, to show on national TV, but these books are bad? Well, the fucking comments on their I'm a mush brain. What do they got to do with each other? Some fucking kid, he was such a nitwit. I almost responded to him. I almost did. But then I was looking at his shit. This kid don't know if he's coming or going. I don't even think he's old enough to fucking shave yet. But he fucking knows it all. Was saying all this bullshit. I'm racist. And that's music, and that's a book, and the book. Shut the fuck up. You don't even know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're complaining about. I don't give a shit about that song, okay? My point was, if you can put that on a primetime television show that a lot of young kids are going to watch because it's music they like, and you can have these women grinding all over each other and shaking their asses and they're fucking, you know what I mean? That's okay. That's promoted by the powers that be. But you can't have a couple of books that might have some language in it that may or may not be racist. I just don't understand why those of us who don't care about this shit, why do we gotta stand for it? We have to sit back and we can't say anything because we're the bad guy. So I read these comments and it's unbelievable. It really is. And you know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to look up a few of them just to tell you what they say. Let me shut the sound off because I'll get this video pulled down for copyright. Okay. The difference between racial children's books and an adult performance are not the same. It's up to the parents. Do you want your young kid watching that shit? I don't. Teenagers, maybe. Young kids, no. There were plenty of racist remarks in the book Mulberry Street. I don't know. If I read it, it was 100 years ago. WAP is a song, and that's a book. Okay, but why is WAP okay? I know it's a song, but the performance, okay, is what I'm talking about, not the song. That's these fucking people. What else? Something else stupid. I don't know. Oh, one kid, Cardi B said it's an adult song, and if you let your kids listen to it, it's okay. It's up to you. Now we're taking fucking orders from Cardi B. That's these fucking people on here. That's the kind of shit that we're up against. But because everybody gets on board with it, the rest of us have to suffer. I just don't know where it's going to end. And quite frankly, I don't think it's ever going to end. Because if you think about it and you think about all the books you've read or all the movies you've seen and just over the course of your life, there's got to be something, if you remember, because I don't remember what I did 2 days ago, but there's going to be something that somebody's offended by and they're going to start whining and somebody's going to jump on board and then it's going to be all over the fucking news. And the media are the ones that blow this shit up. This cancel culture bullshit. Like these fucking Gen Z kids, whatever the hell they want to call themselves, they wanted to cancel Eminem. Eminem was a superstar before these kids were even thought of. But they're offended by some of his lyrics, then don't fucking listen to it. It's the same thing as the book. If you think the book is bad, don't read it. Don't read it to your kids. But why does everybody else got to suffer? Because not everybody thinks that way. Okay? Not everybody thinks that way. So what do you do? What do? You just deal with it and let everybody rule the way they want, and the rest of us just have to sit back and say, okay, I'm just going to listen to your stupid shit. That's where we're at right now, okay? We're at this point where the average person who's not offended by everything and who doesn't get offended by words and all of a sudden they want to go put out a hashtag he said shit, hashtag my fucking ass hurts, because shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. It's just so insane that you can't even look at somebody without somebody getting all uptight about it. And the hashtag is the best thing. Everybody's putting out a fucking hashtag. Hashtag, he said fuck. Hashtag, it's our generation. Hashtag, he's 52 different genders. Give me a fucking break, okay? If you want to walk around in women's clothes, go ahead. Go ahead. But if you're a man, at least fucking shave. Don't walk around with the dress and have a beard. It looks fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry. I don't know who sees this, but somebody will probably be offended by it. Don't do it. And if you're a girl and you want to dress like a dude, go ahead. But why do you gotta fucking publicize it? Why? Why? I'm gonna answer my own question. Because you're looking for your 15 seconds of fame, and that's the bottom line. Because you know the media is gonna jump on board, and some local fucking reporter who's got nothing else to do is gonna come and say, "So why do you think you're Why do you identify as a stray cat?" Well, because my parents never really loved me, and they used to let me out play outside, but they would never call me in, so I felt like I was a stray. Did they bring you food in a fucking dish and put it on the step? No, no, they didn't. But that's what we're dealing with, okay? Yeah, it sounds silly, but it's true. You can come up with anything. You can call yourself anything. And pretty soon you're going to go get a driver's license or an ID. And what's your agenda? There's going to be a list of 100 fucking things you get to choose from. And I know in Rhode Island there's different ones now based on gender where you can check off. I don't know what they say. I don't care. But that's what we're up against. And you have to bow to it. Well, I don't have to bow to it, and I'm not going to fucking bow to it. But most people do because they don't want to cause a problem. They don't want to be the problem. There is no problem. The people doing this are causing the problems for themselves. Okay? Because they're looking for the attention. Straight up. They're looking for the attention. So, I don't know what else to say other than, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? There's nothing else going on in their lives that this is the kind of shit that they have to get behind, and the rest of us have to hear it. We all gonna hear it. There's nothing we can do about it because it's everywhere. It's everywhere. So, I mean, it's all over the country. It's all over the world. Everybody's on board with all this different stuff. And, I repeat myself over and over again, but I honestly, I really, really don't care what you want to call yourself, how you want to dress. I don't give a shit. And I'm thinking the majority of the people don't care. That's up to you. If you want to get tattoos all over your face, go ahead. Go ahead. That's up to you. I get tattoos that aren't on my face, but that's just me. But if that's the latest craze, getting tattoos on your face, have a ball. Knock yourself out and see how it goes for you in about 30 years when you're trying to get a real job. But then they'll start with, this company's discriminating against me because I have the word fuck tattooed under my eye. Right, because if you're going to have a job in the public sector, say customer service, do you really want the customers coming up to you and saying, "Hey, whoever your name is," and then they see the word fuck tattooed under your eye? But that's going to be the company's fault because they're going to discriminate against you because you chose to do that. But that's that's where this is all going. And you see it every day. I know everybody sees it. I just choose to talk about it. And I'm not racist. I don't give a shit. I don't care if you're blue, green, yellow, black, brown. I don't give a fuck. That shit don't bother me. I've said this before and I'll say it again. As far as I'm concerned, we're all fucking humans. Even the fucking nitwits I deal with at work sometimes, they're still people. I don't judge them based on what gender they are or what race they are. It is what it is. If you're an asshole, you're an asshole. And if you're not, you're not. Okay? So everybody should just maybe have that kind of thinking that that's what they choose to do, and why do you gotta fucking publicize it? Quite frankly, I don't think it's getting them anywhere. It's getting them a little bit of fame. It's like the celebrities who get on board with this shit. Oh, especially fucking Ellen. She gets on board with everything because she wants to be, excuse me, a goody two shoes. She wants to get on board with everything. Well, that's a story for another day. But it's all bullshit. It's all fake. If you got billionaires and millionaires coming on TV talking about little Jimmy or Joni, whatever the fuck you want to call them, who got yelled at by a couple of kids riding by their house on the bike, you got nothing else to do. And I'm not talking about bullying. I don't condone bullying. It's fucking bad. I'm against it. Everybody's against it. And it's wrong. But if you call somebody a name, listen, I've been called more names than any of you watching this could even think of in my line of work. And if that bothered me, I would have been gone a long time ago. But it's just a name. I didn't put out a hashtag. I didn't make a sign. I didn't call the local news and say I got offended because somebody I was dealing with called me a name. How about growing some balls? Well, I'm sorry, I can't say balls. How about, I don't know. You know what I mean. It's just bullshit, and I'm all for a good rally and a good protest for the right reasons. But come on. Get your fucking priorities straight. It all boils down to, like I said, they're looking for a little bit of fame. And quite frankly, a lot of people are looking for money. Okay? You do something, you offend them. They want to sue you because you offended their character. And there'll be a lawyer out there who'll jump on board. Oh, absolutely. We'll take this all the way to the Supreme Court. But that's what they do. And while I'm talking about suing, you all watch the news. The guy Floyd who was killed by the cop, the medical examiner report said he was intoxicated with fentanyl. I wasn't there. I do know it was bad. You don't kneel on somebody's neck. I was always trained when the handcuffs are on, the fight's over, end of story, especially if you're laying on your fucking stomach and your hands are cuffed behind your back. But anyways, the city of Minneapolis paid his family $27 million. Good, okay. Now, they paid them $27 million for the loss of their family member. Good guy. I think he was a career criminal, but everybody knows that. It's no secret. Now, their whole community got destroyed by the protests and the riots after that happened. So, if they really were fighting for change, are they going to take a big chunk of that money and give it back to their community to help them rebuild? You would think they would, because that's what this is all about, right? It's about change and racial justice. So you got 27 mil. How about giving some to your city? The local businesses that were destroyed because people were going nuts over your loved one, and they fucking burned shit, they destroyed shit. Give some of that, a lot of that money back if that's what you want. So I can't wait to see if that actually happens. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's not going to happen, but it would be the right thing to do. Okay? It's a lot of money. But again, they were paid because the politicians fucking caved. And they paid this family because this cop did what he did. And whatever he did, kneeling on him, did that contribute to the death? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical examiner. I read the fucking report like everybody else. The guy was intoxicated on fentanyl. And if anybody knows anything about that drug, a little bit like this can fucking kill you. He wasn't dead. He was still driving, so I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. I just want to throw that last thing out there because that's a lot of dough to give somebody. And now the cop's on trial now. We'll see what kind of shitstorm that's going to be. good or bad. He gets convicted, there's going to be an issue. He gets acquitted, there's going to be a bigger issue. We all know that, so I'm sure they're going to prepare for whatever comes their way. And that's it. So again, I haven't been on, and I apologize to my millions of viewers. But I think I straightened out my technical difficulties. I did lose 2 episodes I had recorded, but what are you going to do? It's fun, I do it. So I'm going to do this one and put it up. This will be number 24. And that's all. I'm going to sign off right now. So, again, if you are not subscribed to the No Limits podcast, please hit the subscribe button. If you like what I'm blabbing about, hit the like button and hit the notification bell, and you will be notified of another exhilarating episode. My name is Chris. This is Chris Sandbagg's No Limits podcast. I hope everybody is well and safe, and take care of yourself, and we will talk soon. Have a good night.